Hello, it's a special day. It's the last day of the season, and today I'm finally joined by someone else here today, and it's Natnif. Without a quick jersey, mind you. He doesn't seem to have it online at the moment, but is still well dressed today for once. And we're looking at 0907 versus Quick Esports for final seeding of the Masters division here. A very important game to determine who you're gonna be playing against in the playoffs, as 0907 is standing just one defeat behind Quick.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, an interesting matchup in so many different ways, so many different dynamics in these two teams. Obviously, as well, Dip and Snowdrop, I think, are the two questions we talked about a little bit before the show started. Because they really are the players that Quick seem to live and die by. If they can be on top of their performance and, be at top of their game, they can carry these matches. They can be the top 4 team, the top 3 team, the top 2 team, of course, that promotion that Quick are really, really pushing to be. And many players, many of the other teams, when we talk about Quick, put Quick as a favorite. They highlight Willis as a real bright spot, but as well, with how this Overwatch works, the entire team has to develop the same caliber. But yeah, super exciting match. And for our tormented viewers at home, know that my Quick jersey is on the way. It's here with us in spirit. Our producer has taunted me showing it on the webcam, just out of my grasp, but we'll be getting it soon, as can you through our new website. Very, very snazzy stuff on there so far, and of course Matchy with his choker, tie, and lovely Quick jersey as well. How's it feeling? How's it looking? How's it been so far?
I mean, it does feel wonderful, as I'm sure it does the air on your chest hairs as well, showing right now to the camera.
Stop.
As you're flaunting that around. But yeah, no, it's a great feeling jersey, and once they are available, I ought everyone go buy a Machu one so I get free money. I mean, because it's a great number to have on your back. No,
yeah,
but yeah, make sure to go check out the webpage, and once those jerseys are live, go and buy one to support the player you like. I don't think I'm one of them. I'm a caster. Oh no. But Natnif might be someone you want to look out forward to.
Well,
but, yeah.
Still, yeah, and if you want to support the casting duo for some reason, for some delusion, then go ahead. But yeah, hopefully Quick will put on an even great performance to, win you over to that side, so match you can fill his gold-lined pockets even further. But yeah, some interesting matchups in the future. I think, I'm not sure if you know this, Matchy, but who does it look like Quick would be likely to face, do you think, based on their seeding at the moment? Would it be... Because I think that is an important matchup. You want to start strong coming into the playoffs.
Yeah, going into 3rd seed, you're probably facing off against the 6th seed, which currently looks to be Gas Tier 3 is not a job, but those teams still have a game as well to play, which is gonna determine who goes through between Gas Tier 3, Incendia, and Ereus. As well as I believe Dreamlight are somehow still as well in this conversation, since they have played like 2 or 3 less games than everyone else. So the 6th to 7th seed is still very up for grabs for anyone, dependent on how these games go. And but it's looking like for the predictions for me, I think we'll probably play against Incendia, as I do believe Incendia will come out on top of their matchup against Thunders coming up, I believe today as well. So
yeah,
might be Incendia, could still be anyone else, but a very tough team either way.
They have looked really impressive, and to be honest with you, like everyone was doubting, Hybrid coming in on the tank role, but he's settled into it now. People are, what to expect and know kind of his areas he'll flourish in and whatnot, and where you can kind of deny that those specific areas. So yeah, an interesting matchup to look forward to for Quick if that ends up being the case. But regardless, even though it is quite a turbulent time for a lot of teams, Quick's playoff run is guaranteed, let's say at the start of it, at the very least. But the seeding, you said, again, you want to get momentum going. You don't want to be the slingshot starting now. You want it to be, all gas, all the way in, players at top of their game. And at the moment, a high seed, a high entry, a first, good, quite easy opponent we start. But the future is for then. And right now we have a great match starting up with, I believe, a Lijiang Towers, Quick versus 0907.
And I don't know if Freya is available to play, but that's a question being laid out in the chat between the two teams. It would be interesting, but I think FACEIT might have ruled that out. There's been no official announcement, so by technicality you could. And we also see Bullskunk in the chat, which, Bullskunk is a very lovely individual, but for today, the Bullskunk is my op, as we're trying to get people to watch our channel.
Your cutthroat rival.
Yeah, and speaking
Yeah,
of ops, there's two opposition compositions coming out, and Pharah versus a Genji in an otherwisely pure mirror matchup. Going to be approaching this very pokey for the side of 0907, what Quick wants to go in rapidly and burst down the backline. And we're starting out right now, as Willis already
Ooh.
finds Conde, back from yesterday,
Yeah.
instantly putting in an impact.
Yeah, that's all about the speed, the execution, the scalpel of Dip going in with Willis rather than that constant pressure from the Farah. 097 could not hold their footing until they could shake Quick enough with their spam. And Quick, they know their win conditions will be fighting that consistently now. They have the point to work from as a lot of early space on this bridge to try and poke back in fray. Right now, 097 just trying to cross back space. Speedwin comes out, Willis playing, what's taking the second turn this year, trying to bait in on the Soldier maybe. Asuna is so low. Everyone's on the side of Quick. Can they find a trade in time? Yes, Snowdrop will find the trade onto Doki. Natsuki falls, Dip finds a trade, Jonowich taken out. It's back and forth. It's getting more bloody than it should be, more messy than Quick wants it here, especially as Snowdrop falls. Now numbers are equalized with the point. It's going the way of 097.
Yeah, that's quite a good start here for Quick. But 0907 is still trying to pressure out some trades here, maybe trying to get an advantage for this next fight, or even try to win this, as Willis is getting pressured out quite heavily. Point available now for 0907 to wrap around, and it's looking like Willis is getting the brunt force of the front line from Margin. And Margin is now on Johan, as Johan is slow, but it's a good torpedoes to get the... Oh, but... there's a pick from Margin onto Dip, and Turbo's move finds Natsuki. And we'll also find Willis here to end this. Oh, never mind, Willis comes up clutch and gets a trade. But 56% on the board for the first two fights.
One last act of mastery there from Willis, but Johan, a little bit unfortunate that all that pressure allowed him to build a much quicker array, but now, given that fight win, Doki is able to be able to match this as well. They have a barrage, likely even a big 5 ult here, but actually, Natsuki noticeably high behind in the big exchange, got traded pretty early on. That could be the deciding factor here in this upcoming fight.
Yeah, it looks like Dip is going in aggressive onto this point, trying to deny the value from Turbo's move, but it does... Oh, Johan, Orbital Ray just dodges that downpour from Margin, as a downpour hits onto Margin. Everything's falling from the sky, as is Dip slashing down like heavy rain. And there's a third pick on the board for Dip, and that's gonna finish the fight for Quick, as Turbo's move finds one relieving pick for 0907, but it's onto Natsuki, so it's not going to do much.
Yeah, Dip walking on a knife's edge there and bringing it down on a 7. Margin not able to get the beat, whether or not that was from Dip just assassinating before it could reach him, or a nice block or something from Willis, I'm not sure, but that's a big win. As now Natsuki will have a beat of their own unanswered, and of course, Overclock still to work with. It's going to be both DBL survived 107, beat they're able to save Snowdrop, and now they're down 1, but can they do as the beats their advance? Can they find a trade? They will. Willis will do the dirty work in the meantime, another point is under attack.
Yeah, 0907 trying to get some value out here, flipping the map around almost, as they are on this right side. Asuna coming back now, an overclock available, and the overclock is going to be popped as there's 9% left on the fight, and it finds a Margin very early. There's another pick onto Jonovic, and Asuna keeping up this reign of terror with this overclock, the Sojourn pick, a very comfortable one, and brings Quick a comfortable first map, and taking it to 1-0 on control.
I mean, yeah, we were talking about how the DPS players for Quick have been a bit feast or famine, but right now they are leaving no crumbs on the battlefield. Both of those DPS ults proved far more effective than their counterparts. The Barrage, it got the one trade, but the beat was still enough to have the big burst of resources to find the trade needed. And Conde was almost completely stunned with the overclock, whilst I believe this is Snowdrop, right? Playing under a different account name, because it's Snowdrop in the lineup. Yes.
It could be, I don't know if it's an official name change or is it just a new account that's... well, I don't know why you wouldn't be on your main account. Maybe Snowdrop has done something funny to get the main account suspended temporarily. But whether or not that's accurate, Asuna, as well, you know, with the new name change, seems to still be the same old Snowdrop, finding the picks necessary. As Quick are starting out this fight by taking control of the courtyard, and Margin is trying to relieve some of the pressure off the front line. But no, nothing much to come from it. Willis, a bit of a deep spot, I would say. That's a bit of a tough one to enter from. But Asuna enters the fight with an early pick onto Conde.
Yeah, Turbos move now on the Genji, also just being dodged and skirted away by there from Johan. Great movement to get away, and Willis further expand their lead. Majin far too deep with no one to drag him back to safety. 007 again starting on the back foot this map as Quick will get the initial capture.
Yeah, I mean, it's again a good early fight for Quick. You've got the picks necessary. Now Asuna is reaching up to 50% on his overclock, as Natsuki is also scaling quite well. A lot of Japanese sounding names in this lobby at the moment. But it doesn't matter, Dip finds an early pick onto Conde. This looks like Turbo's move is approaching to try to capture the point in the meantime, but no, Dip says no with a good orbital ring from the side of Yoham. And now this Genjiro is gonna determine who gets the point as the entirety of Quick comes down. That's not honorable anymore. Yeah, that's just
Dip,
bad.
just better than Turbo's move. You saw it before your eyes, folks. Clear, hard evidence. Nothing to cloud that particular instance. But I mean, Dip is ahead in the ult charge there. As a majority of Quick, they are going to be mostly ahead in the ult exchange that they can play that. Definitely can solo this very easily. Doki solo trying to back out. It's a nice kite away, and Willis maybe in trouble here. Block doing its hardest as well, Johan, but no, not enough to save Willis there from an execution axe from Majin. Looking to take a second as well, and he will onto Snowdrop. It looks just to be Quick throwing their bodies onto the point to buy themselves a few precious seconds.
Yeah, and make sure to keep an eye out on some perks here, as I've seen Majin's perks there. Majin has decided to go with the route of the block increasing the, or the wall increasing the block, which is
gone with
quite unusual. Oh,
acrobatics.
yeah, there's some quite a few new with the new patch. A lot of weird, seemingly weird perk choices have been selected, but I am a big fan of the block from Majin. It keeps you alive in these fights longer. If Willis doesn't have that block, but there is Asuna with the overclock. Looking to find a pick. Willis downpours, finds Conde with the pure impact damage of that downpour. Not enough healing available as Majin is trying to find any trade value here. Looking to go in, doesn't find that. Johan falls down to Turbo's move. The orbital ray is popped by, I believe that is Johan. No, it was Doki. They look the same. They look the same.
Yeah, 007 desperate to win this, but Dip crushing that dream at the moment. Has the blade, gets another 3k with it back to back at the moment, and yeah, I mean, 007, that's a big blunder, a big investment that just falls over and comes up very short as they invested both support and the DPS slots, and now Johan with that pressed Q to win button available when only really Margin and Conde have any kind of response here. They're good responses situationally, but Johan's going to go nice and early with this ray. No kite available as well. Hazard ult in response, but he's going to full give us life for it. Natsuki will get traded out here, but they're basically pressing into the spawn of 007. Quick hunting for the last couple of kills there. Bloodhound finally quench their thirst, but they have to go back and contest the point. The hit squad, the Lucio Sojourn on it, but Dip right now might send a hit score, but that's a whole boxing match thrown out onto them. The deny from the boop as well. 007 full with surprising ease. I expected Quick to take that with a lot more, wrestling, a lot more frantic fighting, but Dip just gapped, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about, being on your game today, and it does seem like Snowdrop and Dip today are on the quick of it instead of the thick of it, and they are showing what everybody knows, that they are a great pair of DPS here today, and really putting in a good performance so far. 0907 are seeming to be on the back foot quite a lot today. Someone you would maybe consider an underdog as well coming into this season for a lot of people, coming straight out of Expert Division and now battling it in the top 4. They're really showing, a good grassroots performance here so far in the season. And I expect that coming into these other maps, they might be showcasing some more of that strength of why they're in the top 4 in contention with, the SRP checks, the Frosttails, Quick as well, and TA. I'm expecting a bit more here from them, but it's a solid performance, still capping the point, especially around first. They gave some good fights there to Quick.
Yeah, I'm still really hopeful to see some absolutely banger matches of Overwatch coming up. But honestly, that last point, you could have convinced me it was a new Assassin's Creed game to play the way that Dip was using those knives. I mean, I found it interesting that it might have been a misclick. A lot of things, the perks at the moment, there's new perk changes. People are obviously discovering strength and weaknesses for you, but you can't underestimate. Sometimes people might just misclick the wrong perks. But yeah, I think that all came down to that big ult fight. 007 desperate to try and turn it around. They have shown a real fighting spirit, but it feels like that's kind of what they live and die by. They really believe in the clutch phase. They really believe that when they see a glimmer of hope, no matter how down the tunnel that is, they will full center it. And sometimes that come up big, and sometimes you can invest 3 ults to 1 and lose that fight and get kind of ult snowballed throughout the rest of the match. But yeah, still a pretty decent performance from them, but they're going to have to perform even better on, I believe, Suravasa is the next map. I might have seen a ball ban come out, but it briefly flashed before my eyes before being taken away, so I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, no, I wasn't quite able to catch that either. So I was also looking for some information throughout the websites of why this matchup could be interesting, and of course it is interesting for our former team as well, Eros here. The depending on how the seeding goes and how teams drop, it's really impacting the bottom 4 teams here in the playoffs qualification. Every game matters so far. I mean, you can call it seeding matchup for these top teams, but for the teams that are in contention and possibly wanting to get into the playoffs, these games are really important for them, as some teams' scores might drop more and the book hold score and whatever that's there in the mathematical calculation systems as well could impact this. No, there's no book hold score here, sorry, but generally as well, you see one team dropping down, it could push other teams under or forward, upwards, dependent on all these factors and heads and whatnot.
Yeah, whilst Quick may have their heads decently above the tides here, a lot of teams might be watching to see who is their best opponents, how dire their chances are of being promoted into the OWCS section for those relegation matches, and those definitely are going to be some of the most hype ones to see because of the stakes and of the quality of the matches there. But yeah, EMEA 7, I believe, I want to give a shout out here to the Nordic E-League, as I believe EMEA 7 have qualified into the playoffs for that. I believe it's the same roster for the most part. I recognize at least most of the players from there. Quick's own team didn't choose to field their own team, apart from the academy team, of course. The owner, something like I said, a grassroots team come up against kind of the big dogs, but the big dogs are the big dogs for the reasons. Quick still looking to show dominant performance. I'm being told that actually there is one difference, which is effort is in over Conde in the Nordic E-League. These are players that have really put up some incredible performances from the past. I remember in the Overdrive Cup, I believe, 007, I think when they had Bones and Conde, had an incredible clutch against the Quick Norway team at that point. I think the Hitori Juno Jazzy team. So still a lot riding on the shoulders of 007 to step up, but Quick, they cannot afford to falter in their step.
Yeah, and there's also a Diva Brig ban here in play, so no Juno Brig backline available for either side. Juno Lucio seeming to be the choice for both teams, as again there's a very similar matchup here. Just a difference in the flex DPS department and the tank. You've got the same basic structure of what's been basically Overwatch for the entirety of Overwatch 2. But yeah, we're seeing a Hazard more maybe divey style composition. Very good brawl as well on the side compared to 097's more brawly tendencies. Dip falls down instantly, loses that brawl matchup quite fast.
Dip didn't even have time to pop Nemesis form there. I was about to comment on how I understand probably want to play a bit slower, let Toas move, take some deep angles, Conde poke, but no. Dip just kills 2 pretty fast, and Conde next on the chopping block as well. Majin has moved over onto the Hazard in Toast. Now the difference is that Tracer versus the Genji. Actually, Conde on the top there for a moment, but actually going to go back to the Sojourn in the end of it. Now Quick have some nice positions to play from this high ground to keep the poke going in their favor. But yeah, rough start for 007, having to swap things up pretty quick.
Yeah, now favoring the Hazard as well. You've still got a bit of a change in playstyles with the Genji and Tracer available. You've got more vertical control for Dip. And being able to keep this margin Hazard out from the high grounds as well. As you find, oh my lord! Dip finding Junovic. Yeah.
The wall, the dash, the slash, everything there onto Jonovic. And yeah, Dip is just on fire at the moment. It's also pretty rough for Turbo to move into the Juno because Tracer just lacked the vertical ability. Right now, they have to save Dip. Man, how much vertical ability you have? If you're behind a wall, behind your healer's LOS, you're going to fall as well Willis and Turbo Smooth. When Johan finally has to drop to and carry everyone else, that's where he can strike. It is overtime for Quick. They do get 99%, but breathing room quiet. Breathing room fought for tooth and nail for 007 here.
Yeah, I mean, it's you finally are in the advantage that you'd want as 0907. I feel you you've had a bit of struggles, but now you've got the momentum for yourself. Your ultimates are looking better. You're in a mirror matchup almost. We'll see how you can perform here. Maybe go into this fight with a Kiriko Rush, maybe that's what you're playing for. You've got to be careful of Dip's Blade though. Turbo's move with a Pulse Bomb available to maybe initiate this fight though.
Yeah, their blood is still warm on that blade from Dip, so Bull, but Asuna to be boiling hot at the moment, freshly spilled by a headshot from Conde. And now they're hungry for more. Obviously they can't overextend too much, and maybe John Witch has, but no, they're able to get the Mega in time. Conde just poking out. Willis is unable to help Dip in that chase down on John Witch, and now in the 7 have completely turned the tables here. Johan investing the Ray here?
Oh, trying to break through this choke point, trying to get past. Oh, and the good orbital bombs there. The bombardment has happened, and it's just enough to break through 0907's hold.
Wow.
And you're gonna be the one as quick here to cap the first point.
Yeah, great recognition there from Johan. Seeing people, you know, they've chased too long, they've expended their cooldowns, they've stayed in the area too long, and just able to turn that tide with the Orbital Ray. Yes, it's very strong, but still, no one, I think it was only the Hazard ult played back on 07, they really underestimated the impact of that ultimate, and it cost them the first flashpoint. And they still got an ult still, so, you know, even ults coming into the situation here on 07, already have the strongest support ult available at the moment, but they'll have to make good use of that. Overclock's the first to be traded out, 150 charge for both, chunking into the hazards. Balsam goes wide, beat out later one from Natsuki. That should be an advantage, but there's the Kitsune Rush. No response available from Quick. It's only Dip's Blade left in the chamber, but it's a great kite away to the point.
Yeah, you're good play here from Quick to start out, but it does look like Margin is trying to make the plays a little bit less valuable, as is Dip in the contrast, trying to get the value out of this fight. Finds that early pick onto Conde, but Johan falls down to Margin. And I believe that this might be an advantage for 0907 that you want to grab, unless Margin falls down here. Natsuki is making sure of that. Now you want to try to grab the point. Doki finds Dip. It's a whole fiasco going on at the moment. And there's only Turbo's move left on the point for 0907. The clock ticks down and the timer starts on this second flashpoint.
Yeah, so many ults exchanged there at the end of it, but the trade on the tank, able to get that before they could get topped up by Doki was huge. Good recognition there from Quick, but has to be a dry ult from both sides, maybe with the exception of Majin's Hazard ult, putting in the work at the moment, almost taking out Natsuki so early into that fight, but with a Whisker, do they live by? Early fight here, just trying to deny the brawl space. Now the Sages to get that dive staging from the moment. As 07 have finally managed to push their way into the point, but Snowdrop finds Turbo Smooth in the chaos.
It's a very quick pick to start off the fight with as Natsuki, then as soon as I said, gets exchanged by Conde. But it does look like Majin is in a bit of a terrible position here as Willis is pressuring like crazy. Jonovic on the walls trying to stay alive in this disadvantageous situation, but no, it's Willis to clean up everything. Now finding Jonovic as well. Oh, there's another big slash coming, but will Willis fall here actually? Willis is low, and Conde and Doki turning this around. Asuna finishing off that though. And I don't believe there's a retoucher here for 0907 unless Turbo Smooth does some crazy work here. Just as I say that the entire team is back. They're all back just in time, and it does look like 0907 are grabbing control of this.
Turbo Smooth activates the bat signal there for 0907 to just appear out of nowhere, but yeah, Quick again. Maybe a little bit of hubris coming in. They really wanted to close that out then and there, chase the kills into spawn. 07 yet again turns one around, but Deja Vu only takes you so far, and you don't want to go all the way, as Quick was still able to turn that one around. So maybe a nice flanking pulse from Turbo or a good rush from Doki, but they'll have to walk into a lot of ults from Quick. If they can flip the map and dodge the Ray, the big advantage then, but already one ult down the drain. Maybe Snowdrops will find more impact. They're trying to find it chunking down Majin. There's nothing he can do. All the block in the wall from that perk won't save him. And the point easily shaken loose from 07's grasp.
Yeah, now you're going into the third flashpoint unless Turbo's...
Oh my goodness!
Asuna is taking control of this single-handedly almost with these picks. And now it's time for this most possibly final flashpoint. There's Quick are looking very dominant in the ultimate department. 0907 are matching up, but I will say I do think that Orbital Ray is more valuable here on this close quarters engagement.
Yeah, if you can skirt it away or flip the map and play on it rush to the side, it can work, but there's not many places you can really do that from up here. They're trying to control these higher guns with both their Sojourns to get a good pot to work from, but again, Dip just pulls the blade. The beat will save Majin for the time being. There's the Kitsune Rush in response. There's both support ults by Quick. Could be a bit of a mistake, but Doki able to keep the team alive. Now it's only Conde with the overclock that has no good answer. Majin is so low, has to be stabilized here, and he will. Quick will take the point. 007 still holding to all on the game, and there it is. Let rip.
And they're really letting it rip here, but not really finding much value here. Unless Majin is able to block that off, but no, Dip just escapes. The entirety of Quick escapes rather quickly. And now it's time for another engagement possibly here. I don't know where Willis is going, or is that Natsuki up on the trees? Someone's up there, someone's distracting 0907. But yeah, the time is ticking down. You've only got 50% left, and oh, that's a nice engagement from Quick. Instant execution. Really playing the role perfectly here. You know, being quick on the target, and now it's just time to finish off everyone else's. 0907 are falling dangerously low. Yoham is fighting alone though, but Majin does fall to Asuna, as does Doki. And I'm not sure if there's much proper recontention left here. Turbo's move will be able to retouch again, but the rest of 0907 are still in spawn.
Turbo Smooth has a lot on his plate. He has the only ult for 007 coming up. Yes, but ults are relatively nearby, but he also has to get the touch, and he's already being marked out by Natsuki. Recall Force. I think he can get the touch, maybe someone else does it. I think Majin is able to fulfill that role for the time being. They're just waiting, buying for time here. The Arkham Ults, but Quick are also doing the same. The Pulsum, it has to have a big connection here, but again, he's just being marked out, corralled, absolutely harassed, trying to take it out on the infrastructure, but no, punching holes and walls will not work. And Asuna right now looking to punch a ticket into taking a second map, a headshot onto Jonowicz, a follow-up into Magina C9 as well, and 007 just flop over here.
That's another impressive performance from Quick Turn. Like you said, just almost like a ticket being stamped. Those holes are being applied to everyone there. They're really just putting them in their pocket as well after being holed. This is I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know where I'm going with this one, but well,
there is only one place 007 will be going, and that is further down the seeding into the danger zone if they do not find some way to shape up back to form that we know they can compete with. Because Quick just look dominant, and I mean I was typing at Willis at the start of the show, but Dip, we were told pretty early, like Maga Observer in the earlier scuffed streams where we only had Dip's PV to work from. Turns out that's all you need, because Dip I think got like a final blow, the first blood, like almost every single fight. It felt like just perfectly coordinating there with Willis to just strike the moment they try to take any kind of aggressive angle. And yeah, it's just Quick going better with a tempo, having the better ult exchanges, and overall just getting the better micro going. Dip, and Snowdrop are just hitting more shots.
Yeah, and speaking of hitting shots, after this broadcast, if you are interested, Freya is officially live in the game as well. So you can go try to hit those crossbow shots out in quick play, I believe. I don't know if they're out in ranked or not. I hope for God not.
No, they're not. I do believe they'll be with us, Freya, in AWS Stage 2. I don't know if they'll be there for the relegation matches, so I'm not sure how much of an impact they'll have on the standings here, but overall, pretty weird hero, I'll say. I don't know, maybe have you seen much of the kit yet, Match? Maybe you can give us some coach / caster / player insight.
I haven't seen much of the kit. I've only seen the how they said the like Overwatch tweet and what it does, but it seems pretty interesting. It's you've got the passive, which is quite interesting, called Bounty Hunting, where for every 3 final blows you gain bonus ultimate charge. So believe that if the kit is viable and it doesn't get overshadowed by Soldier, just like every character has for the almost entirety now of this game's history, you might be able to make that work, because ultimates are so important at the end of the day in team play. The ultimate looks interesting as well. It's an explosive explosive bolt. I think it's meant to be bolt.
It's like a bowler.
Ebola. I don't want to get hit by explosive Ebola. Hell no, bro! I don't need explosive Ebola.
I mean, considering like the level of overpoweredness Overwatch has put into their new characters, I would not be surprised if we were just like just fucking Jesus. That'd be quite something. Anyway, next map. Happily Ebola-free Esperanza is going to be up next on the list here. Possibly third and final map here, unless 007 thing to say about it. And the bans, I believe, are Hazard at the moment have been picked. I believe that's by 0907. Quick, we don't know. We'll find out because it instantly goes away the second they click. But Hazard ban. What do you think Willis is going to be tending towards here then, considering, the hero we've seen him on most prominently, the hero he's been known to terrorize ranked with? I think they had like a 60-70% win rate on Hazard and Champ. What do you think will be the flavor he'll dish out today, or in this map?
I think it's just a simple answer. It's Diva. You've got the Hazard available. You go straight to Diva, which I believe is just as good. Willis has I would say Willis has quite a not as wide of a hero pool, but the heroes Willis do play, they are extremely good, and all of them are on a very extreme high level. I mean, we could maybe when we see a Skitor substitution here as well. We saw Skitor play yesterday. Maybe we see some Skitor Monkey. But I'm just expecting a Diva to come out here. Maybe a Wrecking Ball, who knows. We'll see what Quick pick up. There's gonna be a Sojourn in there no matter what, though.
I mean, maybe they play like some double flex if they're feeling spicy. Maybe like a Tracer Genji, Tracer Pharah. Don't really know. I mean, the way that Dip's been playing on the Genji, in the way that Sojourn's been sojourning from Snowdrop, feels like it isn't broke, don't change that kind of sentiment here. But 097, maybe they'll choose something coming a little more interesting. I mean, Arius have been pretty notorious at the moment. I believe every time I've seen a map from them in these rounds, it's been like a full cap with their bizarre Zarya venture comp. I believe that might be a bit of a mix just of, unusualness, but also like extreme comfort. Jeff Swag, when we first started casting Jeff Swag, we saw him notably on the venture in Nordic E-League, just an absolute demon on that character, and now has every resource in the world with a Zarya to pair up with that. I'm not sure if that's like a flavor you can just kind of pick up and throw whenever. It feels like it'd be something you do build around and intend to start with. So yeah, 007 still very much in the air. Of course, the secondary ban could very much change that. Of course, a tank can't be banned, but a DPS support could be banned. Who would you ban if you were 007 here? Or did they ban Hazard? They banned Hazard. Who would you ban if you were Quick?
Yeah. If I was Quick, we got rid of the Hazard ban. I would maybe look then towards a possible Juno ban to not allow like a full, Mauga style comp to come out there. Yeah, I mean Mauga you can't ban because Hazard is gone, so ban Juno to really disable Mauga's full power to come out there. Especially on a map like this where, there's a lot of linear range available to yourself, but most of the corners are pretty short, so Mauga excels quite a lot on this map. And yeah, apart from the first fight is a bit rough because you can't access the high ground if you just camp up there. But other than that, it's actually going to be
Lucio that's been banned by Quick.
I mean that just as well also kind of takes some of the power away since you don't have the Brig. It really thrives on pocketing the Mauga, so you don't really get that impact anymore.
They banned Lucio.
Wait, what the hell? Oh, sorry, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. What?
You were like, oh yeah, Lucio ban makes sense. I was like, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, sorry, I was in my head completely. My head nerves are being blocked by this hat, which people are begging me to take off with. Yeah, exactly. It's being squished. No, I won't. You get a bit of a glimpse.
Oh my goodness! I can imagine that's the hair like sticking to the hat. I'm like, no, don't show me. Sorry.
No, there's a Velcro here in the back. Yeah, no, not my head, not my head hair being. I think you should get some wax tape and remove that chest hair you keep wanting about.
Well, maybe we can ask Bullskunk to lend you some of their very glorious hair. But
you want Bullskunk to wax your chest? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I said I want Bullskunk to give you their hair, some of their hair.
No.
Oh goodness.
We're gonna get Bullskunk to wax your chest and put that hair on my head.
I've not met Bullskunk like ever. Bullskunk knows you. Bullskunk like knows me because of you. That's it. And now he knows me as the tar. Anyway, what we do know, unfortunately, it's inevitable. The Mauga mirror has come out here. Turbo Smooth on the Pharah though instead, leaning way more heavily into the poke again. the Gambit did not pay off. They could not keep their distance last time against the Dip Genji, but maybe this time will pay off some more dividends here.
Yeah, the Mogomir has come out, which I did kind of expect, but then I started yapping about the Lucio ban, and Turbo's move finds the instant pick onto Natsuki and Dip. The matchup advantage, the blind picks are in 0907's favor, and that's gonna take the first fight for them and probably guarantee them almost the first checkpoint in all honesty.
Well, Dip's actually immediately gone over to mirror that far. I mean, it is pretty nice on this map, you know, a lot of great positions you can play from, just spam the chokes to hell and back. But yeah, Majin definitely posturing up here to really push this checkpoint deep. They might just play off a high gunner as well, to be honest with you. They can work super well off that. Smooth going pretty deep into enemy lines there, might get hunted down. The Dip is looking for them, but no, they're going to be actually pushing up to the high ground instead.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a Mogomir. It's really risky to take any fights that you don't have an advantage in, and that's just what the 0907 are waiting for as Dip falls in the Pharah matchup. I'm expecting a hashtag gap in the chat, but it's not coming out quite yet. Majin gets counterpinned by Willis, but I think it's gonna be to Willis' demise here. They finally find Majin, but I don't believe that's going to be enough to guarantee quick the fight. Both tanks fall, and now it's 53 meters on the board after 1 minute 40 seconds. Not even enough time to charge a support ult.
Yeah, it's been pretty done, but somehow Snowdrop on the flank with Yoham. A Dip has come back into the fray. I mean, the spawns are pretty instant because of that checkpoint cap, but still, I did not expect the blood to flow so easily. 0907 though, having put back the O, that was quite a lot of breathtaking performances there. Smooth right now leveling up their game on the far. We can see why they've been confident to go back into it. It also should be way ahead on the barrage here. Dip is slowly trailing behind, kind of getting scouts at the moment, but Quick Esports now finally at least have their barricades working, but 07 have gone behind them and managed to completely just usurp the high ground.
Oh, and there's another Faradol being watched here. Turbo's move against Dip, and it's Dip taking the advantage this time. And that's a bad time for Turbo's move to die, as now Dip is behind them. There's gonna be some explosive rockets in the backs of 0907. But it's forcing Junovic to pop the rally. There's an orbital ray in place. Well, the barrage is gonna be big from Dip, dipping into the enemy's team, but no. Just gonna fall down as well, but Conde is taken out in that exchange. No support was available for 0907 anymore, as Asuna also has an overclock available for Quick. The barrage is big from Turbo's move in the cage of Majin, and that's a 4 ult fight for 0907, and Quick exchange 3 for it, so you get out with a little bit more ults and some good distance on the cart.
Yeah, Quick did manage to weasel their way, honestly, to a pretty close fight there. I mean, they're losing the fight, they do walk out a lot of meterage, and again, why is this entire match so far come down to just a thorough 1v1? Like, that's not what I imagine when I imagine Malcolms, but hey, it's any kind of shake-up in a Malcolm, I'll more than welcome it. But Quick, back now fighting on this checkpoint. Early spawns for 0907. There's going to be the overclock to try and make 0907 take use of that. Trying to hunt Tosu, but no, the movement too clean at the moment. They do get a lot of space.
Yeah, well, we're seeing the overclock being popped here by Conde. Oh, Dip is running low. Oh no. And just like there's a shake-up in the matchup, it looks like Conde is doing the Harlem Shake and finding his way into the backline of Quick. And just seems to find everyone there almost. Like, Majin really taking the credit for that last kill, but 0907 coming on top of this fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, Snowdrop just not able to connect the shots on Smooth whilst his counterpart could do that. Back again, he's in the same pair 1v1. Just going on in the moment. Smooth, I think, is like 3-1 up at the moment. So 0907 will get to continue their lead off the back of that fight win. Pretty even ult trades as well. It's going to be an early occasion with Jin. Nothing really for Quick outside of the orbital race soon enough. 0907 have 3 ults just on the horizon. And,
and there's a pick onto Yoham. Oh no, this is looking dire for Quick as Turbo's move is finding their way into the backline here. Not finding anything, but Majin does find Natsuki to finish the fight, and the cart is moving. Meanwhile, members of Quick are falling down like dominoes. Yeah,
that's just rough. Like, I know Burger is fast food, but pre-fight might be a little bit too fast in many people's taste, but he has able to match the orbital rate in just a moment. 0907 though do have the advantage with the cage, with the closer barrage as well. Natsuki's moved over onto the Ana. That can be the big X factor in the fight. A good anti onto Majin. He will give us life for it, but that's a great trade from Natsuki. And that should give the advantage here. Now Tank to work with Orbital Ray as well. And Turbo Smooth,
Ooh,
finally,
la la.
Dip getting some well-earned revenge.
Yeah, that's the French Air Force gap right there. Two French players, Andy Farah, and Dip finds the matchup this time. Though Turbo Smooth has been having a smooth matchup and, and a good advantage. But there's apparent. Oh my.
Yeah, apparently it's just a lot of these DB players, some ego or something going on, but hey, I think ego about this Ultra at the moment, both pretty equal. Later Cage dodge there, I believe they're nicely played by Willis, so Majin will just kind of have to rattle his cage bars, but a good slam out to Yoham. No, wasn't able to move away to safety. Want to switch to Jonolich, but a man advantage and being down your Juno, surely there's no way Quick can turn this one around.
Yeah, no, I doubt so. I was a bit confused and if I was watching the right screen when I heard about the soldier matchup, and then I see I saw Asuna on cart, but no, I was on the right screen after all. But we do go into quite a hefty advantage now for 0907 here after that pick from Konde onto Asuna here as well again.
Yeah, Natsuki is pretty close on Nano Boost, and again, there's no real answer for 0907 against these Bio Nades, so that is really what Quick are dying by, but hey, there's something else to live by at the moment, and that's the word, the blade, the shots from Asuna, trying to find another one there, will claim 2 this fight. Overclock paying off massively, but they still have 50 meters to overcome on their barrier to get above the lead for 0907 so early, so easily taken as well.
I don't know what kind of mathematics you're doing, Natnif, but it's actually 60 meters when you look at the numbers on the board. But speaking of numbers on the board, Natsuki has a nano boost available. 0907, nothing much to match. Doki is getting closer to that orbital ray again, but I don't think it's gonna be there in time if you quick acknowledge this ultimate advantage fast enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, 0907 doing it for them, taking the fight right here, right now. Sleep onto Margin, both on the cooldowns. There's stand-up whistle, all 3 to ensure Margin's dead, but Johan will give his life. Natsuki as well. Willis has to do something here with Nano Boost, one of which able to just barely skirt away, but Dip finds the better of 1, finds the better of 2. Now it's just on Willis and Snowdrop, but Tank advantage, both cooldowns available with the 2 hearts on point as well to keep themselves topped up. Quick, barely walk away with a win here, but they can't really push that much further. And look, Majin's already back.
Yeah, Majin died so early on there after the nano boost that after a bit of delay is back first here. And now it's again 0907 having a good hold, a good grasp on this map. And Willis pops a cage with an orbital ray pop from Yoham. It does look like Doki is the one to fall down to Asuna's Disruptor Orb. And that's a quick-ended fight for Quick, and it's a good way to get that forward spawns available for yourself now.
Yeah, just a great nade from Natsuki, catching on the 2 immediately. Focus fire transferred onto them. And again, still no Kiriko swap we've seen. It's fairly common, but understandable as you're kind of close to that rally. And Quick though, every second they are getting closer now to that lead. Still about 60 meters or so to go forward. They have a cage barrage to work with coming up next. Actually, no, they don't. That's 07 that do. It's just the barrage and maybe the overclock from Quick. So a lot of heavy lifting on the shoulders of the DPS here. Maybe Dip going for a cheeky flank here. See someone goes
and that's
in. And that's what you need from Dip there. Creating divots in the ground for the Graves. Asuna as well saves onto that overclock. And that's the big cheap win you need for Quick to threaten getting back this ever so crucial lead.
Yeah, 0907 now though, coming up with 4 ultimates to their bank. All they need to do is win this one last delayed fight, if they can kill off some time. And speaking of kills, Asuna is looking for them with this overclock, as Majin is naded, it's a big nade and a cage. But it's Majin's cage that comes to the peril of Majin themselves, and now there's a turbo smooth trade down to Natsuki, but the advantage is looking in the favor of Quick. There's a rally being popped by Jonovic though. Konde finally finds a pick with that overclock. Willis falls down. And it's looking like 0907 is the one to come out on top here after losing Majin so early on.
0907 just had the massive ult advantage, now they're leaving the point there. Can anyone even touch him? I don't think so. No, I think that's gonna be it. Wraps in a bow is this third map. 0907 finally strike back pretty convincingly. I mean, it did come down to one last final fight where they had that lead for so long. You know, tell us we've got the better of Dip in the fairer matchups. The the Ana seemed to really be the key of success, but it was rough. We even swapped off the mirror onto the Ana, and even then, you just get out rotated at the end. So, a bit of a bitter win, I think there. A bit of loss for Quick. Maybe some ego, because there's no other reason I can think than you banning Lucio than you forcing the Malga mirror. Like, surely that is the thought process behind it. You just want to show off you want on the hazard, and now you want to force the Malga mirror. I'm not sure what other reason. Maybe they're scared of a ball? Is that another potential reason?
I don't know if Willis would be scared of a ball mirror, to be fair, but it's a possible, protect ban. If Quick aren't that certain on this map, if they're not feeling that strong on it, then protecting Lucio for the future maps, you'll have your Lucio available for Natsuki, you'll have your Comfort always available.
The enemy team can still, I understand they can still ban Lucio.
I don't think that's how it works here. I'm not sure if the rules have been read correctly, because I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. There's been, I know into WCS you can ban, like one team can ban Juno, and the next map, other team can also ban Juno. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Maybe we can get someone actually in the chat, but with a screen with the rules. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm fairly certain. Not 100% certain. I mean, if we had a working ban system in Expert League, then maybe we'd know for ourselves. But not yet. Route 66 is coming up, and yeah, there's been an Ana ban, which Ana was banned on the first map on Lijiang by one team, and now it's been banned again by the opposite team. I'm not sure which was which, but that is a repeat ban. Now Ana's been banned twice. This map, Route 66. So again, I believe probably a hazard mirror here with a Kiri Lucio.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. I'm reading the rules right now, and they're very unclear about the bans. Each team will have one hero ban per map in a series. I don't know if that means that...
One hero ban... What, say that again?
Each team will have one hero ban per map in a series. So
yeah, you can ban one hero.
But I don't know. I don't know if that means that like once the character is banned that you can't pick it again, because we haven't really when we watch these games. No, but like when we watch these games, we haven't seen duplicate bans ever.
We have.
Have we?
Game one of this series, Lijiang was banned. Lijiang 007 or Quick banned Ana, and in Route 66 we've just had another Ana ban. I believe that is from
yeah, so I believe that you're not supposed to ban one hero more than once, but I guess the system isn't up to date, really as good as you'd want it to be.
System was.
I'm not sure.
Oh. Okay.
So there's so there is you can ban a hero more than once, but it's probably assumedly a gentleman's code that you aren't supposed to do that. And Quick have broken the gentleman's code. Banned Diana twice.
I wish I could see like the veto thing, because normally it shows you like who's banned which. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, then I'm assuming. They could ban on that. Maybe they banned. Maybe 007 banned it back before. So it's like a full-on fight with your hat, like fucking away. I just heard some like scuffle going on. I was like, "What is?"
Yeah, I'm fighting with my hat, man. It's way too difficult to put on.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
And Hazard seem to be the tank choices here.
Yeah, and the bans are, to clarify, they're Genji and Ana, so we won't be seeing the Genji, which is a pretty common pick to see here on Route 66, all things considered, because it is, like we see now that the Genji is banned. Quick Esports, I don't know if they're gonna keep this Widowmaker, but Widowmaker is something with the Genji being gone that is quite terrifying on this map, as there's not really many DPS that can deal with the long sightlines of this map, all things considered. And Tracer can wrap around, but the wrapping around it takes a while, to say the least, and that's why the longer you take against the Widow, the more picks can happen. But we are seeing the swap onto the Sojourn, so Asuna sticking to it. Diva Brig Juno comp, so an almost mirror matchup here, but Turbo's move once again on the Pharah and Dip on the Tracer. We might see another Tracer swap into Pharah, but we'll see how this goes. Doesn't matter yet, as soon as looking for an opening pick here with that railgun. Oh, there goes my webcam. My bad.
I mean, yeah, it's a high ground position. Nice torpedoes coming out from Johan Madoki, but right now just a stalemate at the moment. And he just favored Turbo's move with the greatest span at the moment. Dip, some of the wraparound stuff are getting marked out pretty well. There they are on the bottom right. Halfway through the point, has the progress gone for the side of Quick, but now, again, no one can really touch it that easily for 097. I mean, it has to basically be a balance between Majin and maybe Turbo's move at points, and there's Majin stepping up to the plate. That means he's not on the high ground to deny that push. Asu now has a much more free range to kind of shoot the fish in the bow of the R97 on the high ground. But right now, no connections at the moment. There's almost one, but Turbo's move actually is one up on the first shot. But Johan being alive while Doki being felled is probably a much more favorable trade for Quick here. Dip especially taking out a second man onto Turbo Smooth. That Tracer pretty effective into that far for a lot of reasons. And yeah, I mean, it's been smooth sailing for Quick here, almost unfaltered in their point progress, despite losing Natsuki pretty early.
Yeah, I mean, you're just able to move the cart effectively constantly. That's the job of Tracer, and it's showing. Oh my
goodness!
God.
Yeah,
that's absurd.
Yeah, he's gonna be filling that one in the next morning, I think. A whole lot of shots to the noggin there, and a point capture on the horizon to rub salt in that wound as well. God, I'm never escaping into allegations. But can anyone escape the overclock of Asuna coming up with this high ground to work from as well? Pretty lethal to try and get past, but has to give it up early. Doesn't have the resources to set him up nicely in that shooting gallery just yet.
Yeah, Quick Esports as well really haven't used any ults except for that pulse bomb. So, oh, there's the overclock being popped from Asuna. And looking to get the early fight we pick here as the Majin trying to cancel, but Willis finds Doki with this or that orbital ray. Will Majin fall here? Does look like it. Asuna just finds that headshot, just waiting till the very last second of that remake. And now it is in fact Quick Esports looking to maybe cap second point here, as the breakthrough of that choke point here on second is very, very tough.
I mean, it just genuinely feels like someone has lubed up the wheels of this payload with butter, because it's just non-stop rolling along 3 on cart as well. Early, aggression will already stuff this chokehold. Even Turbo's move will try and go on a flank here to find a way to break it open. But yeah, Quick don't have an orbital way to respond, but maybe they can just kite away. And that will be the case, yeah. Doki will get them a lot of space to work with here, but that's a big ult investment. There's the rally in response. Overclock to try and fend back the assault. Willis solo still has the bomb to get the remake though. Conde almost got the head off of Dip there, but no, the remake is back. Now it's back in Quick's turn to get the engagement going. ToSB throws at the pulse bomb, no connection. Just trying to both fight with this high ground at the moment. Dip's still on the point, still drawing so much attention.
Yeah, Onan and Summer have to respect this card, but Quick has to respect Conde as Conde finds the opening pick onto Dip, and now it's Quick on the back foot, having to slowly step back, maybe helping out Willis here. No, Willis gets demeched. There won't be a staggering play as... Or will there? No, there won't. Conde does finish off Willis there, not letting a baby roam around without guidance. And now it's 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. Yeah, pretty responsible. Shoot in the head, then it won't move. There's nothing to worry about that.
Yeah, you're just never getting a babysitting job, ever. Oh my goodness.
If the baby is walking around without guidance and being a nuisance, just shoot it in the head. That's the lesson learned today.
Just pop a Dojo on E on it. Get a sticky perk as well, so I can't run away from that. Ooh, Dip though. Talking about sticky, finds the pulse bomb onto Jonowich. Managing to get his way through the shield. Immediately going to pressure this cart as well. Bomb forced out by Majin. Gets the remake safely. Someone has to go back and mark, but Willis in the meantime takes out Conde. No DPS, or only one DPS available. Turbo Smooth. Post the pulse on, but close. But no cigar. Sent back to an early grave there. And Quick, slowly but surely pushing it towards finish line. There are some ults going up online. John which has the rally. Johan has the orbital ray, but Doki not able to build his own. He's been felled far too quickly. Sorry, speedily.
Yeah, I'm in the quick of it.
No, please.
Now, speaking of Quick, Quick are coming up with an orbital ray and an overclock, and we saw on the second point how effective it was to break through the choke point. Margin rocking the new Seraphim skin, I believe that is. But Johan in a danger spot now to use this orbital array. Margin close with dueling Willis. As well Doc. They seem to both have these Seraphim skins. And speaking of Seraphim, now there's a light show being put on here as both orbital rays and the orbital torpedoes are dropped. Jonovic finds Natsuki. Asuna dips Konde in that. They're trying to play around this in this orbital ray, but no, it's Johan that's gonna fall. Doki finds that Juno matchup. Jonovic trying to now swing around.
The entire fight was just back and forth 1v1. The Juno killed the Juno, the Sojourn killed the other Sojourn, and the Brig killed the other Brig. So yeah, just maybe that's a big mental boost here for Innocent to find the better here. Turbo's maybe trying to find the pulse, but good DM usage from both sides, and just strays into a rivet shot by Dip there. Nice prediction there. Konde firing back has to find a lot of big impact here. Right now it's only barely denting Willis, but maybe a follow-up onto Dip. He's so low. Majin able to find, that last blow.
Ooh, now the demon bomb being popped.
Oh my god, Natsuki is in, and he's out, and he's back at spawn. It's been really messy. It's just been a kind of a non-stop engagement, it feels like, here, and Quick have been coming out a little bit worse for wear than you'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer it was a bit more. I was prefer it was a bit more Ronaldo sui, but no, it's been it's been messy, like you said, and a Quick are running slowly out of time. Dip, this Torbjorn pick is interesting. That's kind of.
Sorry. I'm still in recovery.
Now we're seeing the overload from Dip trying to pressure Margin out here and doing so effectively. As soon as overclock also being popped, I didn't even really hear it. I didn't get much value either, so kind of irrelevant. It does force Ona7 to back out here now. Margin trying to reclaim this top left, not letting Quick getting up there.
Oh, Spom out. Ooh, does connect onto the Sojourn. Now the spearhead of Quick 10 off to me. Brute battling force here from Natsuki, trying to see him turn it around, but there's going to be the responding rally. Oh, out from Dip as well, but it will only result in his own death. And yes, they get some more meat on the cart, but no picks to come through that entire time. They will be coming up to a final fight here as well. They will have an orbital array, but Majin has the bomb available, and Doki, of course, can mirror that orbital array as well. Konde awfully close to that overclock as well. Quick are going to be on the back of the hit. It's going to love some real fancy footwork to spin this one in their favor. It's going to be an early hit here in Tep Tier. 007 responding from the orbital array from Doki. Yoham barely keep it alive. Natsuki not so lucky. It's all falling apart from Quick. Someone's on the point, but that's making a 3v5 in the actual battlefield. It's Zip that sends his way onto the point. We're taking a mech Majin, but the bomb keep him alive. And it's a slow fade away from Quick here, falling just shy of that 3rd point cap.
Yeah, it's a very good hold here from 007, really killing the time as their name would suggest. And Quick just not able to break through fast enough. This time I didn't make a funny joke, I just used a synonym for it. But no, yeah, a good hold from 007. Quick are going to have to hold this better, and I will say that they have to put some focus on the first point here to not really let that snowball start to happen. You've got Snowdrop, you don't want a snowball to come out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Quick really just got stomped on that 3rd point hold on 007. We're able to play those cramped corners as the ults, especially found a lot more value there. Talking specifically about the overclocks. Dip starting out here on the Torbjorn, I think makes sense overall. Historically a defense hero. Yes, I might be new, but I've seen videos. I've seen that the hieroglyphs, the ancient archaeologists dusting off the fact that there was a offense and defense instead of DPS. But Dip can do a bit of both here. Nice control, a good off angle as well as really punish anyone that oversteps. And it's going to be a real thorn in the side of Turbo Smooth as well. Who's starting off instead of the Far this time on the Tracer.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Turbo Smooth is favoring this Pharah. Oh, never mind, there's no Pharah anymore. No, maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm saying things. But no, Quick's comp is very interesting. A lot of linear pressure, you would say. Not a lot of ways where 007 are gonna be able to flank here with, Dip guarding the angles. There's a turret there. Turbo Smooth gonna have to wrap around, but it's gonna be difficult to do so without taking damage before you engage. As well as Snowdrop as well having quite a quite a good. Asuna, having quite a good available railgun to themselves as Turbo Smooth tries to engage, has to drop, but Dip is in danger. Dip is getting dangerously low as Turbo Smooth does. What?
No, sorry, that was really. It was like a military broadcast or something. But yeah, it's a whole army they sent after him. To be fair, 007 able to punish Dip, trying to take a bit of an off angle and not having the turret or any real sustain to keep him alive. 3 on car, and a retouch even come through here. Willis is trying to push out Conde from this power position. I've sent someone else in his state to get the point. Maybe I'll have to go back and get it. The point is still rolling. Quick. Okay, they have sent someone. It's going to be Natsuki that steps up onto the point. All now back in full force. But I say that immediately both supports are just dropped by 0907. There's surely no wizardry that Snowdrop can make. He'll get one trade, but the point cap comes through, and it's going to be a late stagger that he can pull out of a hat.
Yeah, and I mean, it's 0907 that are winning these fights quick over quick this time, and it's really showing in that time back now. 5 minutes left, 3 ultimates available, 4 building up, maybe 5 even building up, I would say. Cookie Esports having to change their compound. Will is now on the Winston, and interesting here coming in.
Yeah, they'll have to get through this pretty treacherous choke. As now, don't have a time to get through. Willis has been isolated there, speedering as well to try and get through. But Willis, he just left on an island, just a bit left stranded because the rest of the team could not swing out. It was a great Sojourn E from Conde to make that super punishing as well. And Willis just feeds himself to the Lion's Den. And now what was going to already be a scuffed retouch as well. Now a crumpled one.
I mean,
far less.
You know, that it's not as sweet as a crumbled cookie, but it's looking very good for 0907. Quickie gonna have to retouch now. Natsuki has that rally available. Look at the ults for 0907. There's everything available. Just time them well. And Turbo Smooth finds Natsuki before the rally. And then Doki finds Johan. No support ults for Quick Esports. And there's so much time left on the clock here now. There's gonna be 5.5 minutes to cap last. And there's not even a full distance to cap. 4 ultimates still available. Turbo Smooth getting a nice pulse bomb to initiate the fight. And really starting this snowball.
Yeah, I mean, 007 had a very impressive defense on this third point. Quick are going to have to do more than a replica. They have 5 minutes to push through on this point. It's a pretty difficult point, but that's just absurd. Orbiter from both sides, rallies from both sides as well. Everyone all over the point. But right now, it's all Conde in the spotlight. Takes out Johan, has another shot ready, takes out Dip with a backhand. One more 50-shot rail as well to bring Natsuki down to low, and Turbo still to bring that to 0. And this is not the start you need for a ironclad defense that Quick are just desperate for.
Yeah, and Ironclad was the angle at the start that Dip thought about picking the turbine, and Dip now finds Conde with a pulse bomb. Really finding an important pick there. Now Quick have a bit more breathing room and ability to step up.
Everyone wave back to Dip. He's saying hello, but yeah, he's going to be saying goodbye to a lot of the enemy opposition here pretty quick as well. 4 minutes still on the time bank. Big ult exchange. Primal versus Bomb should favor Willis pretty heavily here. Overclock as well to get that advantage, trying to chunk through Majin. There's a good defense matrix. He's trying to find him the squish target, and again, Majin is just in his face. But Dip is in Turbo Smooth's nightmare. Majin will find a pretty impactful trade. Willis is falling low. Right now it's equal footing, but losing your main source damage is pretty rough. There's Dip on the flank dock. He's so low. Finally, Dip coming alive in this third point. Can he stay alive? As a different Matt is being hounded down by 3 members there. Majin's gone pretty deep and is now all alone inside. Oh, he's got his mini stolen. Ooh, but
oh no! Was that a bag? Was that a bag that I just saw?
I think that might have been a TP melee tea bag because Snowdrop bailed him out of the chase on everyone because he got his mini stolen.
But yeah, no. There's now the Quick Esports. There is you have to be careful. There is an orbital ray, a rally, and the Diva bomb, as well as an overclock cooking up again for 0907. But Natsuki wants to create some good pressure there onto Majin, now forcing Majin to fly in. Dip finds Conde, and
yeah,
just like that, and just a matter of moments. The time bank has been halved, but Turbo Smooth trying to halve Quick Esports roster. Natsuki's has fallen, only half of the backline remaining. Now there's an orbital ray connection again. This Seraphim light show is happening once more on this exact same position. And it's just up to Quick now to find value, but no, it's Margin finding Asuna. And Johan is falling down to Margin as well. Skitor, not Skitor, I saw Monkey and Quick and I thought Skitor, sorry, Willis has a Primal but doesn't find value from it. Turbo's move finds Natsuki and it's looking dire for Quick. There's nothing left. And just like that, 0907 bring this to map 5. And trying to bring this all the way up to oh, hello. I've moved my camera again. It's very wobbly.
I mean,
but
great metaphor, to be honest. Because
you know what's crazy actually, before you speak, if this had gone on for like a minute more, the map would have ended at 0907 for 0907. Think about that. Look at the clock. It's 0906 CET.
Shower thought. Think about
Shower thoughts. Yeah, exactly.
It's a grand conspiracy. It's a grand conspiracy. But yeah, I mean, Dip did kind of come alive in that third point to bring that down from such a again time bank, but was just silent the entire rest of that map, to be honest with you. It was just like a pale reflection. Quick essentially did what 007 did, but just worse. They couldn't get as strong of a third point hold down. And yeah, the value from the orbital array just way more from the side of 007 at that final point as well. Just having all the ults in the world. The Primal, it couldn't really do anything. I think he was trying to hunt something down, but the peel was just too good. And losing that Suki meant that Johan was just on a ticking timer, even inside his own orbital array. But yeah, Quick, I'll be honest, I was expecting a 3-0 at the start of this match. They looked really good coming in, but now it's looking a bit shaky. It's your webcam, great metaphor for that. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping Dip can come back alive again. They did ban his Genji. I think they do, fear that for good reason. But now that it's back on the table, and it's gonna be the pool coming up as our next map. So I wonder, what do you think? What do you think either teams are going to be bringing out here? Where's their confidence? Where's their win condition lying?
Well, it's in Nepal. I do believe that 0907 will be approaching this with the Ramatra angle we saw earlier. And I think, unironically, this might even be in 0907's favor a little bit. I'd hate to say it, but judging by what you play, this might, the hazard is going to be really strong here, don't get me wrong. But Margin showed excellence on, has shown excellence before on the Ramatra as well. And you've got, in this Brawl Mirror, this Mauga Mirror as well, it was 0907 who came out on top. So there might be some play to be looking out for there. In consideration of Sanctum, the other maps are quite open, so hazard will be pretty favorable there. It's up in the air really on how they play this and what the bans favor and what the bans bring out. Yeah,
talking about up in the air, it's more of a grounded ban because Farah has been taken out of the situation here. Understandable, Toa Smooth has been putting on absolute miracles from that character, to be honest with you. We'll have to see what 07 tried to ban in response. They can't ban the hazard. Well, they shouldn't. Maybe they can. I don't know if the system will have that. We'll have to see whether or not that is the case. But yeah, I mean, you do have the option to some mixed substitutions here, maybe Zyja or Skyto, but most likely we'll just see Quick stick in, probably return to some kind of Genji composition, probably like a Genji hazard. Whether or not you can return to the same form you had on your initial control, which is a pretty breezy 2-0 for Quick, is way much more up in the air.
Very true, very true. We'll just have to see how the story goes, but it's gonna be a bit longer, as I believe that, with all the respect, you might take a little bit extra time here to ready yourself up, because this is the all-important seeding game, after all, for these teams. So we might be expected to wait the full duration here.
We've got teams doing their movie pep talks, going on into the locker room here, psyching each other up, banning Dip off ever playing Torbjorn again. That kind of, motivational maneuvers. But yeah, I mean, 07, this will be a big win for them again. Quick. A lot of teams in Ascendi have said it themselves, do favor Quick as being the top dogs coming up into this. At least top 3, minimum for many expectations. So 07, again, a grassroots team coming in, it will be quite the upset.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, it's in the chat as well, has been said that swap Macho and it's a free win. It's gonna be a free win for a quickie. Yeah, yeah. It's Yube, one of the moderators in my chat, of course. I mean, I'm a big
Who?
believer as well. But all I will say, Yube, my guy.
Oh, Yubi?
But no, not Yube. No, it's you, not Yube. But yeah, no, Yube has said that if you swap me in, I would like to give a quick my spirit and force them to go into Reinhardt since it's Nepal as well. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I believe Reinhardt is the angle to win here. I do believe in the Reinhardt supremacy. But yeah, no, I appreciate the belief, but I think it would be a win for 0907 if I got subbed in here, in all honesty. I think I would get completely steamrolled. Now it's 0907 banning Lucio and Quick Esports banning Farah. So yeah, quite some interesting bans.
The Lucio ban definitely makes sense. Which is funny, because it was the ban that Quick made to try and force a Brawl, Amalga, Juno Brig kind of matchup, and I thought that's kind of what you're going to have to go for here, because, you know, I don't think Juno Kiriko can really get away with that much. It's probably pretty greedy back when we've seen it work. We did also Juno Ana earlier in the series, but no, it's going to be the Malga look hovered here by Quick and the Diva look by 0907.
Actually, it's Mauma. But yeah, no, it's the Malga. Actually, it's Mauma. Sanasei Rotiki.
You're gonna get, booed by Disney with your Stitch voice.
No, sorry. No, it's time to see a weird angle to be fair. I thought the teams were flipped around for a second there, but no, it is Quick Esports running on the Mauga first, and 0907 on the Diva. But yeah, we'll see how this matchup interacts, as on this map, there's not many high grounds you can run after, except for the one that Quick have already taken the side of, so nowhere for Majin to hide. Just gonna have to stay alive here for as long as you can. Let your DPS do the carry work.
Yeah.
Oh, as we see Turbo's move being hunted down by Dip. Trying to dip his claws into Turbo's moves, smooth Tracer gameplay. But no.
Into his smooth Turbo, some would say. Probably you. Probably you.
Yeah, I like when things are smooth, you know, like jazz and my whiskey and whatnot, but...
Okay, and your
eyes.
Well,
okay. 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 Nice pick from Asuna to Janowicz, but Willis falls down as well.
Yeah, it's a smooth shot, but a rough trade, let's say that, and the Asuna thing that affects pretty heavily. Willis is really, I feel, gonna struggle, right? Because, like, your main lifesteal target is just gonna nut at you half the time, right, with the defense matrix. And
yeah, I have to also thank 7KLM for the for the support in the chat as well. It feels ignored when I mentioned Yube and the Reinhardt, but there has been a question, Natnif, are you a Quick fan? Are you a Quick fan?
Am I a Quick fan? Yes. I'm on the Quick Brawl. I think it would be a pretty stupid idea to wait, Majin was a child! Majin was a baby!
What?
Majin didn't have mech! I didn't realize Majin was de-mexed that entire fight!
Doesn't seem to matter, that's 0907 are going on top of this.
You how is a literal child finding more impact than a 6'7" Samoan man with 2 hearts?
I don't know, but...
He was de-mexed! What?
I don't know what's going on here. Quick might be in the pressure here for this matches. It seems like there's been something going on, but yeah, no. A nice turbo smooth flank coming in here. Willis pressuring Majin. The blade is being popped by Dip, and Dip finally finds a slash onto Doki, and turbo smooth just fall down to Asuna.
It's okay. In this moment, I've had a flashback to first point where Dip was killing through a blade every single fight, and Quick were comfortably in the lead, and at long last, Dip, back on the Genji, back on the comfort, back on the carry, back in the driver's seat, surely Quick here, they're going to have to win, what, like 3-4 fights in a row, 78% taken by 07, and I mean, please, dear God, I know Matchu cannot be babysitter, but Quick does not need a babysitter. You need to kill the child if it is a baby that's demeched. Right now, it's Conde looking to all the killing with the overclock, and maybe the punish shot, no, just a flesh wound, but... Snowjump has taken Turbo Smooth's heads off so many times. It's a wonderful sight to see for all our Quick fans out there, such as myself, because I'm on the Quick broadcast, obviously.
But yeah, no, I just just like that, it's Quick Esports now on the turning point. Johan finds Konde. Doki is trying to run into the room, but no, Doki has to fly outside. Majin finds Natsuki here, and somehow they flip the point around. That's dangerous and devastating for Quick. And there's a cage being used by Willis.
Okay.
Oh god, there's a bomba.
He kills Dip! It kills Dip and it's only 1%! And there's an overclock. As soon as I have to find something, please, anything. A scrap, something, no, a whiffed shot, that could have been it. And now he's on 8 HP. Almost has 0, no, barely stopped up in time. Overtime's been triggered. And Quick are running dry, no ults. Turbo Smooth nearly has the pulse bomb as well. Doki rounding up to another orbital ray. They have to find something. Next stomp has to find a connection. Johan solo barely gets fended off, but Willis falls in the meantime. All the pressure to try and keep Johan alive, and meanwhile their tank falls flat, flops over. The mech has come through. We've already seen this story before. The baby is the real MVP, and somehow 0907 take the first sub map. Oh, that's a rough one for Quick.
Yeah, no, it does seem like Floppy Willy is the trend here today, as Willis has been falling, has been falling during the fights here on Nepal quite often, and it's an unfortunate, unfortunate turn of events here. As Quick have gone from being 2-0 up, looking very comfortable, to now being on the back foot of a reverse sweep. The pressure might be looming onto them, and
yeah, this has been rough from Quick, but they have sailed back from far more treacherous waters. We've got fighting spirits among them. I'm actually going to go off of the Hazard. I like this a lot more. So onto the Hazard, off of the Mal, get into the Diva comp. I think it's a lot more suited both in the matchup and in the style, and also seen how Willis has been performing on the Hazard. It's great to see now back on the map we can really make it work from, but he has been isolated. Able to escape that cage for the moment and get a lot of space here, but Jonowich not able to get away. There's a nice wall from Willis.
Yeah, and it does seem like they're more on the comfort zone now for Quick. Obviously, matchup is, like you mentioned, a bit more favorable. This Brigitte is able to deal with the Diva more efficiently than the Hazard. But as I say, that Konde finds Dip, with a well-placed headshot that we did not see. But now it's 0907's advantage once more, trying to now find Johan, and Johan does fall down in that exchange. Jonovic does fall to Asuna though. There's a lot of trades being available here, and a lot of damage being pumped into both teams.
Doki's low as well. Willis finds the trade there. Willis finds two.
My!
Comes alive at the moment and makes everyone 07 so dead. That's exactly what you need from Willis. Back shining on his comfort hero here. Building up very quickly sort of a spike ultimate here as well. Gonna have to be good. There's not much else for Quick to work with, but also pretty barren from the side of 07 to a bomb exchange. I mean, surely the Hazard ult finds more value than the bomb here. No way Dip falls into that, but Johan so low. Majin's taken out Natsuki. Somehow
and Johan
snuck on through. Straight past the ribs, straight past any defenses from Quick, and there's no way Willis can find a trade onto this. So they do get a nice 54%, but that's a pretty abrupt loss.
Yeah, it's quite you know, I'm not gonna say it was
a swift.
Yeah, but yeah, it was quite a hasty defeat. There's Majin ended up finding both of the backline members of Quick Esports there. Now flipping the point, Willis very quick on the point here, has found the space necessary. Looking like Majin and the rest of 0907 though looking to engage onto the Johan and Natsuki, but Willis finds Doki in that. Really strange pick to see, as Turbo Smooth is now low HP, forced to recall, and Dip knows exactly where Turbo Smooth is gonna land. Not able to finish the pick though here, as both teams pop the rally.
Oh, Turbo Smooth! That poor Stomp could be game changing and, well, fight losing and get a headshot back, but it's gonna be a fadeaway, to be honest with you. That's just rough. Turbo Smooth able to barely live there. Dip doesn't have the flashback perk, and Turbo Smooth does. They're not able to hound them down to the same degree. And now under 7, a lot more even in the ult exchange here. And it's really going to come down to this, I think. If they can snowball this win, it's all them. Dip crossing first, putting pressure on the point, and force on the drop soon. It'll be Turbo Smooth to match. There's the overclock from Asuna. Finds contact.
Oh my!
Getting the better. That is what you need. Quick. Just winning their duels, winning their better of the counterparts. Doki will throw their body onto the point. but at 74%, it'll go back the way of Quick.
Yeah, I mean, very, very impressive showing there from Asuna, once more finding the picks necessary. And now it's time for Quick to be on the front foot again. More of what we were used at the start of the game. We'll see how they approach this. Oh, a nice roll out there. Dip forces the recall from Turbo's move, and that's just what you need. Turbo's move is getting harassed out here, but Conde finds Asuna. A downpour being used by Willis with the orbital ray of Yoham.
Yes!
And the...
Yoham sticks away from the crosshairs, but into Turbo's moves instead. There's the bomb come out. Stick goes wide! Recall comes out, barely dodges the squish as well. Quick can stagger the Saturn to like nearly 99. It's an okay fight to lose. Copium, Smile, Believe. Both ults exchanges pretty evenly. Natsuki ahead on the rally. Turbo Smooth on that pulse bomb. That's going to be the X factor. If they can deny this pulse bomb, they should be on an even footing, but it's going to be rough. They have to walk and they have to get through this cross, and time is dwindling.
Yeah, Quick Esports though, there's no ultimates available for either team except for that pulse bomb and those rallies, and the pulse bomb is missed now. Now Quick have the chance to flip this map around and take point control, and that's gonna be terrifying for 1-7. They're gonna have to break through a rally, and there isn't much left to do. Oh, a pick from Asuna to Conde is just enough. Oh
my goodness, it's a blizzard on the screen at the moment. Finding one, finding two, looking maybe for a third here as well. Overtime trickling down, there's nothing in the gas tank left. 007 to burn the field to turn this one back in their favor. No, it'll be a 1-1. Quick are really taking us for the ride here all the way to the distance. Sees Turbo Smooth, extend the overtime for long as possible, but Machine's just going to stand at the high ground, though he knows that point is lost. But, I mean, talk about skin of your teeth.
Yeah, very close, and it's being going all the way. There's no time to rest. And now it's just really up to who plays this last one better. All the perks for the characters you're playing around now are available.
We're seeing a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors here, Matthew, because it seems that the Quick have been winning with the Hazard into the Diva, but 007 are now on to this Maug, and I feel like you could feel this much more than I. That's not the most favorable matchup.
Well, it's not favorable, no, but it also doesn't favor really neither. I mean, Willis is able to block for a long time here against the lifesteal, but you're gonna have to be careful with running into the Mauga. You're gonna have to play a lot more open, gonna try to force the picks onto the backline, as the Mauga is almost invulnerable against a comp like this. But the run is forced out. Willis not really able to do much here, but does find Doki. As soon as Mauga goes in, that's exactly what he's looking for, and that's the picks necessary. The backline falls down. The Mauga is in deep, the team can't follow up. Oh, Dip almost gets moved out by Jonovic. Oh, no. Oh, good moves. The moves like Jagger, and that's exactly what you need. You're staying alive. No one dies from Quick. A clean fight to start.
Yeah, great recognition there on the win condition, but it has shifted now. Now Majin can much more easily peel back any kind of counter hits from Willis, and Turbo Smooth can withstand him a lot more with this Tourbillon. Less pressure should be on Yoham though, but can't be the same for Dip. Conde rips his head off askew, and now Quick are down one, looking for some kind of trade. There's the wall, but the slash just goes wide. There's a lot of blocks to work with, maybe to get to the Mega, but ooh, no, there will be a trade coming through. Dip's the mirroring onto the Tourbillon. Quick still have the point for just a moment. It's Natsuki, the last warden of that. Sooner stepping up next. It's going to be trying to stagger out on this point, get himself some extra percentage.
Yeah, almost found Jonovic in the trade there, and that's exactly what Dip finishes off there. But no, what did you your gremlin laugh?
Just saw the turret go. I found that funny. Oh, Dip's gone. Dip got his turret kill. Was like, it's fine. Bingo board done. Back on the Genji now. Back on the carry hero. But
yeah,
I mean,
now speaking of carries, Asuna has that overclock available. The wall that's gonna block off the rest of the team, but oh, almost finds the pick. The enhanced railgun does a lot of damage, and Majin has no armor after just one shot of said railgun, and Quick have the point.
Yeah, nice use of the overclock there, and a little E as well to really make sure that Majin cannot get anything done. But Conde's coming close to the overclock as well. There's the first orbital ray. Yoham still pretty far behind. Natsuki will sustain, and Willis will get the trade. Incredible plays coming out from this Hazard at the moment. You can see why he is so revered, so feared, so talked about. But, well, not much to talk about there. He just gets chunked down by the bomb and Conde. I'll hold on to the point for the time being. Can they juggle it any further? Doing a good job at the moment. Dip holding on for dear life and getting it into what could be a fun fight territory. It's going to force out Overclock and actually get another trade. Hazard should be nearly back in the frame. Majin will find one, and Conde, shots going wide at first, but finally centering then onto Snowdrop.
But yeah, once more, I would even say that the 007 maybe have won more fights here than Quick, but Quick keep turning the point around and capping the point, which is what's important at the end of the day. Now having no ultimates really to worry about from the side of 0907, only a Molten Core available against an Orbital Ray and a Hazard Downpour. 20% left. Play this correctly and this could be one of the last fights we see today.
They can feel it. The victory, the crown, just beyond their fingertips. There's the Orbital Ray, but the Turbo is good to deny the majority of it. Not good enough to keep him alive. The Turbo smooth forward. Asuna striding on forward. Turret down point. Surely go back in the paper, but Jin finds a big trade onto Natsuki. That's pretty rough now. 007 will have an ult advantage coming back into this fight. They do get the flip. Asuna gets...
Oh, an interesting flank!
The blade from Dip. It's found nothing, and Majin has taken out Willis. Asuna does find the better of his counterpart, though. But there's no way they can contest this point. And now Majin is hunting them down, maybe going too deep. They had to find something here. But no, I think just have to look for the regroup. Maybe try and demech Willis on the way out. No, it's just going to be coming back down to one more fight. Talk about going the distance here, Machu. It's really taking the extreme by 007. They have the ults here. What the Quick have to respond. Orbital Raid out. Water ensure they can kite away. In the meantime, the time is ticking down to Great Kite. Doki's gone deep.
Oh,
Reddit's gonna wait, but no. They're down a man. Willis has found one. Sort of has to find more, but he can't. It falls as well. It's only Willis left alive, and he's back in the spawn.
And that's the end.
Come through. That's it.
That's it. 0907 showed more hunger and already wants at the end of the day to bite that winning. Well, winning cake bite there, really. I don't know what to refer to. I was trying to make a food analogy there, but it didn't end up working quite as well as 0907's fight plans there. They were exceptional in that last map.
Yeah, I mean, the Blade, we started off so strong, and it just couldn't find the value at the end. The Ray, I think they had to use it to secure that second last fight, and then 07 managed to kind of not lose it terribly, kite away for the majority, and then come back and win the fight that actually mattered. But yeah, not the scoreline I think many of us were expecting. But 07, I mean, we're talking about how like it could have been a 3-0. We felt it to be a 3-0 by Esperanza. But Esperanza was a complete flipping point. And I mean, super impressive stuff from Turbo Smooth on the Pharah specifically, Majin on the Diva, Conde finding kind of waking up on the social into the end of it as well. And I mean, Quick is going to feel pretty rough. You are still, going to be in playoffs, but now your seeding is a lot more, less than ideal.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that with this win, like mentioned, it's actually 0907 taking a quick spot on that third. I'm not sure actually, because I believe that they will now have. Oh, I think it's just about refreshing. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure here quite yet. Because 0907 will have in fact got... I believe 0907 are down one map, which means Quick will retain that third spot if I can read the... Because they have like a one map less one throughout the entire season, I believe that Quick will retain that third spot. I'm not sure though, that will have to be updated.
Even though they lose the map, they don't actually get the stunning impact because they still won those first 2 points there. But yeah, I mean, I think... I don't know, I think it all went wrong. Esperanza banning Lucio, forcing the Amalgamira when they just couldn't win it. And then, I said did a great job recognizing that and going, well, we'll just take that Juno Brig matchup again. Because Johan, I mean, this guy just insane on the Kiriko and, still impressive on the Juno, but just lagged behind a little bit in the ult charge right here and there, and it was just pretty rough. Should we give a player of the match for both teams? I wonder who would you... Or you go ahead.
Yes, I will say though, I was wrong. 0907 make it on head-to-head differential, even though that the map point score is exactly the same, plus 14. So 0907, thanks to this one, have taken third seed against Quick Esports, dropping down now to 4th. Which means the matchup will be a little bit more rough for Quick, but still, congratulations on making it to the playoffs. That's always an, an incredible feat, and especially getting into third place straight from expert to come into third place in Masters amidst all these like former good players and you know, current good players as well.
Former good players, okay.
Former, okay. Sorry, no. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I meant to say former Owl players. Okay, you know, I just didn't find the words there at the start. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Natnif. Sorry. My bad. I'm not gonna speak up. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say about your expert league performance at the moment.
Please
But
don't. It's slingshot theory. We had a rough start. Okay.
But yeah, no.
It's okay. Anyway.
But yeah, no. Congratulations to Ono07 for taking the victory today, and I would like to nominate my match MVP, which is, in my opinion, after that masterclass, it is Majin. Majin showed some great performances today, and especially around that last map.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and watch what on earth happened with the Baby Diva incident, because I swear to God, Majin was a Baby Diva on those fights, and they still won. It's like started as Baby Diva and still won. So that's, I mean, yeah, might be the best Baby Diva in EU. Maybe not the best Diva in EU, but you know, it's still, no one can contest with that. I think, yeah, it's a rough one for Quick, but still some great Overwatch. Still more to come with the playoffs, and still a pretty decent seeding as well for some good matchups to come in the future. But keep an eye on our socials for that, and some more announcements to come soon. And we will be seeing you soon, unless you have any closing words for us. Not you.
Yeah, I've got a few more things to say, which is, you know, thank you for following the regular season once more. I appreciate all the love in the chat for all the casters, including myself. It's always nice. We love you all so very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, including Natnif over here, who keeps getting forgotten whenever we're playing ranked duos, and people just say, "Oh, that's Matsu." But yeah, it's been a pleasure as always, and we hope to see you in the playoffs here. And make sure to stick around to watch Quick's game, which has now been revealed in the first playoffs games. It's the SR Peak check game. It's a return of was it a Quick Esports first game in the regular season against SR Peak check or not?
I think it was one of the first, I believe. Might not be the first.
It was. Was it? It's either the first or it was the first game. Yeah, the debut game of Quick in FACEIT League was against SR Pictures. We're going full around about first game in regular season and first game in playoff season is against Cloudy's led SR Peak check. So make sure to catch that when it does arrive. But other than that, we'll be heading off. So enjoy your night's sleep. Enjoy the weekend. I'm sure you've got many great plans going forward to it. So goodbye.